Hi gamers, welcome. I and my fellow content creator Napstar jumped on the Discord call and talked a little bit about cheat engine, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, differences between these games. So yeah, we had plenty of hot takes, bunch of humor, and one very long invasion. Please enjoy.
You know, that's the problem with like Dark Souls 3 PvP in an invasion setting compared to Elden Ring. And I actually really agree that the backstabs were too strong. Because once you got good at fishing in Dark Souls 3, every invasion was just who's going to get stabbed and waiting until you could take that step.
So in your opinion, like high level PvP, like skill wise, in the invasions was just boring. After all, because it was all boiled down, like dumped down to like basically one mechanic that was the finisher.
No.
I gotcha. Hello. Wake up. The guy started debugging him. Like, what the fuck is this level, dude?
Your options are really limited in Dark Souls 3 compared to what they are in this game.
It's kind of like it's always boils down to it, like kind of like, you know, the more advanced your opponent is, the less and the less of the actual in-game mechanics actually work. Yeah, you always have to boil down everything to the most meta decision. And yeah, we can actually just do a nice loop because, like, you know, from that perspective, if like, for example, cheat engine is just not fucking punishable by the game developers, you ending up in the situation that like using cheat engine is kind of fucking meta.
Oh no, it is. It always has been.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just like skipping the whole part of farming stuff for the sake of, you know, to have them just all in one click is definitely just like.
And I mean, and I seen it in chat, and I mean, I 100% agree that they should have just made it purchasable, because like, if they look at every single one of their fucking games online PvP, no one ever farms the shit. Everyone just cheats it in. So that was the dumbest oversight in a PvP by FromSoft,
yeah,
in my opinion.
It's just like
not expecting everyone to have 10 Starlight Shards on every single PvP experience was just fucking ignorant as fuck, man. You should be able to buy all this shit.
Yeah, it's like
absolutely.
It's like what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, like kind of like there is a different approach between what actually how like developers portray these games and also how people just play them. Yeah, it's just like people just fucking cheat in these games when it comes to PvE.
Don't use cheat engine. Farm 4,000 hours for PvP. No, it's like, get good, dude. Get good. You need to cheat to win. You sound like a scrub. I mean, it's okay to lose if you're not good. You don't need to cheat in the PvP items, quote. PvP items. If you need to spawn that shit in, I mean, I'm sorry, but you're trash at the game. I'm sorry. I mean, winning is not equal to skill if you just fucking need all these cheated in items to win. I mean, that's just the reality of the scenario. And it's not fair for the players that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, I think a lot of people don't understand that you're not supposed to win. You know? I mean, it's that fucking simple. You're not supposed to win. FromSoft, ideally, the invader almost always loses. That's what's supposed to happen.
So Invader's gameplay loop's supposed to be actually about skillfully playing against the odds.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And not winning every invasion. Absolutely not. If we're talking invasions on a whole, absolutely. I mean, it's never been like that. And Elden Ring hasn't favored the host anymore. I mean, like, they want you guys to lose. You're supposed to lose, right? Like, I feel like people get so, like, into watching sweaty tryhard streamers and disillusioned. I mean, like, no one's got the hours of G9 and Chase and Steel. No one's got those kind of hours, man. There's a reason why they're so good and they win so much, and you're never expected to win that high of a ratio. Like, you really shouldn't feel bad if you lose. You're supposed to lose. You are supposed to lose, Feline. Not only is it PvP and Invader, but it's fucking Dark Souls, dude. You're supposed to die, man. Do you not understand the basic fucking mechanics of the goddamn video game series? That you're supposed to die? This is literally like lore and shit, bro. Bad game design decisions created the need to use cheat engine. There is no need.
I would say there is
That's
no
the
need,
whole
but
conversation. There's no need.
Yeah, I feel like this is really bad wording. Like it's I would say overall for the game it's good. Like the cheat engine like got to the point that it is currently at, because like a lot of cool things we are getting out of it. Like, you know, the challenge runs with like the additional scripts, the freaking tournaments and so on, yeah? Like, I feel like the progress of the advancement of the cheat engine is definitely something that is positive from my perspective, but it's not something that is needed to enjoy these games, yeah?
Wow. God damn it, still, I got a fucking ad.
Did you know?
Yeah, I'm subbing.
Wait, no, wait, you're aware I'm streaming for you on Discord.
Yeah, but I'm subbing anyways. Fuck yourself.
Thanks for the sub, appreciate it.
NapstarF just subscribe.
This stream's giving me a lot of entertainment tonight, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot always like these fucking discussions about cheat engine and so on. It's just like people just coming from like a different room of expectations, and like sometimes getting like pointlessly heated discussions when it is all just kind of fucking like it is not that deep.
It's a conversation that's been going on for years in Souls.
I would say people getting a little bit too heated about it, to be honest.
It always is a thing. I was looking in your chat one night, and this motherfucker was saying that the Cestus wasn't too strong in Dark Souls 3. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, did you even play the goddamn game, dude?
But like its strength of Cestus in Dark Souls 3 was coming from what? Because yeah, I don't know much about Dark Souls 3.
Overall utility.
Utility.
It was just you could put it on every single build you had. Right? It was so lightweight. It was a great chase tool. It was a great roll catch. Endure was much stronger in Dark Souls 3 than it was now. And you could parry on it. And it was the parry that came out, I believe, with the earliest amount of frames. So it was the easiest thing to react parry with. My Endure was so strong in Dark Souls 3. I think it's in a really good spot right now, actually. Except on big weapons. I don't understand how they fucked up and I still haven't fixed it. In Dark Souls 3, if you had a great weapon and it had Endure, the Endure would last longer. In this game, it has a longer animation and it lasts the same amount of time. And why they haven't changed that when it was a mechanic that was in previous games just stupefies me. I just don't get it, man. So what I was saying, Steel, is if you don't get fun out of this, like, this is your chance. This is your area that you can try off-meta weird bad shit to handicap yourself, right?
I mean, like, I'm doing that.
And then find fun in the difficulty. Cestus Blood Flame is good. What are you talking about?
No, not right now. Not right now.
You're wearing veterans armor and shit.
Stop, let me finish.
This is a good setup.
Just in case, like, you know, I have the whole video of me like invading for a few hours with Vares Bouquet, for an example, yeah, and bullshit like that. So yeah, like I of course, like, you know, like I play off meta relatively often, like despite like common belief. It's rather like, if you think about it, if you look at my channel, basically every second video is essentially off meta. It's like not many of that is particularly enjoyable in the long run for me. I don't know, like it's always boils down to the moveset not being that interesting to me on the off meta tools. I don't know. It's like, you know, challenging yourself is something that I am always down to. But I, for example, attempted to win the fucking arena fight with minus 350% defenses and 10 vigor. In the long run, it's more like frustrating rather than interesting to me. Just like
I've been thinking, what I think I might do with my next build is make a one-shot build where I get one shot. So I have like Shaberi's Woe, and I have all of the like Sword Seals and all of the Scorpion charms possible, and still try to get some W's on that. I think that would be a fun invasion stream. I agree with Rambo here. Fucking Steel. Me and Steel really different on opinion on the crouch poke Gugs. I believe Steel liked them, right?
No, not exactly.
No.
I didn't like damage output. I enjoyed the speed. Oh.
Yeah, I did not. I think it's stupid to have such a big weapon attack so fast. I mean, that's just stupid.
I would love if that would be, for example, opener that has like a 50 motion value instead of 108 like it does right now, and it had when it was super fast. So it would like deal very little amount of damage, but it would be opener for the other attacks. Like, you know, that you can for example vortex it and try to catch people with the running attack, with the regular attack, with the R2 and so on. Like, I am big fan of the fast attacks that allows you to open, like, you know, the opponent. That's something that I definitely would be looking up to.
I think Gugs is one of the few weapon classes that is in a perfect spot.
Right now?
Yeah, I think it's in a
I would
perfect
say
spot.
so if the latency always would be fucking good. Like, the problem with Gugs...
You live in this delusional world where Dark Souls has never been latent. And oh my god. Dude.
Why? No, like...
You're an OG Dark Souls 2 player, and this streamer right here always complains about latency. From someone that played Dark Souls 2 for fucking years. Last Dark Souls 2 stream I watched him, he was hitting people like 10 seconds after.
Yeah,
not complaining about it there.
But
the new fucking comes into Elden Ring, it's like 10 milliseconds of lag, and that's all you fucking hear from.
Yeah, actually, you have a good point, and I want actually to talk about it. So, latency in Dark Souls 2 doesn't feel that bad because, for example, you don't have the phantom hits in Dark Souls 2. They do not exist. You do not have, like, for example, issues with roll catching high latency because of the stamina being like working in different way. Like in Dark Souls 2 you are doing 5 rolls at best consecutively and you're out of the stamina, and realistically when you have like a low amount of the stamina you are getting another negative effect on your ass, which is essentially the slower attacks and rolls. Like when you are,
you know what the disconnect is actually. I just dialed it in. You didn't play Dark Souls 3 PvP.
No.
So you compare it to Dark Souls 2.
Yep, exactly.
That's the difference.
Yep.
In Dark Souls 3, the latency was fucked, and Elden Ring is in a much better spot.
Oh.
So that's where I disconnect with you. In Dark Souls 3, every time a blue would come into your world, the host would be fucking going around on ice skates for 5 seconds. Dude. Every single time a blue was summoned. I'm not even bullshitting, man. The summon lag was so bad. People will be running around the bonfire trying to resummon their friend, and then they just bust out the ice skates. You know? and it's like, bro, I'm trying to get... Oh, my fucking God. Oh, my God. So, man, Elden Ring took a huge... improvements in Dark Souls 3, so that's why I don't get the latency shit from you.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, like for me, for example, like Dark Souls 2 visually was way more laggy, but practically this lag had less of the influence on the gameplay. And that's actually quite funny. It's like apparently you can make way more like a technically latent, but at the same time fair environment, like it was in Dark Souls 2 in comparison to what we have currently in Elden Ring. Like, you know, it's you can actually easily roll catch people in Dark Souls 2 when they have 300 ms of the latency, whereas in this game it's borderline impossible. Yeah, so like this is basically this is basically my issue. Like this is why I basically complain so much about latency, why it bothers me so much.
Roll catching, you should have played Dark Souls 3 because you wouldn't complain ever. That's the moral of the story. You missed out. It was so much harder to roll catch in Dark Souls 3 than
Yeah, was it?
Chat, who agrees, right? I mean, when this game came out, everyone was complaining that halberds, you know, were like roll catch fucking exploits. I mean, that's because in Dark Souls 3 it was so hard to roll catch people, man. So hard. Against latency, Phoenix, you think? No, I'm talking against latency. I should have been more specific. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I understand that. Just
that's why G9 would always bust out the Murky, because it was like one of the only things you could do against it.
So I basically dodged the bullet by not playing Dark Souls 3.
Well, you would have appreciated some of the finer details of Elden Ring, I would say.
The double-edged sword, man.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk. I have an interesting topic. Let's talk. Were thrusting weapons hitbox reduced or not?
No.
I think they were.
I can assure you they weren't. I know that.
Based on frame data, some fucking data mine shit, right?
Yeah.
Or by experience.
No. Based on
maybe
on data.
Scopium, but I think they were reduced.
I thought so too.
I really think they were.
I thought so too. I was like, oh, dude, I should hit that, like, for an example, yeah?
Yeah,
I
me
was
too,
like,
man.
And then, like, people started, no, still, you actually, like, on the placebo. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm on the placebo? What you mean? They didn't reduce it? And they showed me the proof that it wasn't changed. I'm like, I started realizing that, wait,
dude, the data mine is shit. I agree. No, I mean, if you look at data mine shit from Dark Souls 3, bosses have stamina. That's the example that I use.
Okay.
Yeah, bosses have stamina in Dark Souls 3. But then there's like some other code, right? That we don't see or we don't relate it. I really think that it was a pretty drastic difference on thrust weapons hitboxes. That's what I think, man.
That's interesting. Like I basically I cannot even compare anymore because I just don't remember at this point how it was on patch 1.08.
I mean, I don't think previously you could straight stab a halberd running attack. And I think you can now.
No, straight? Like... I think...
Like, move to the side, get behind him, and backstab a halberd running attack.
That's something that I was doing in 1.02.
I think it's a lot easier now.
It might be actually the case, because halberd running attacks, if I remember correctly, they were like patched, there were changes to it in different patch, in 0.08. What the 1.09 addressed was thrusting sword, heavy thrusting sword, great spears, and spears. So I'm not looking at halberds, I'm looking only on these 4 classes.
Okay.
So yeah, like the halberd is completely different topic. I'm not sure about halberds.
Yeah, I think so too, Moto. Like, it's something that I never would have gone for, right? Not something that I would feel is safe to do previously. But now I feel actually pretty confident in trying to go for that backstab for me.
Yeah, I don't remember at this point, but yeah, halberds definitely weren't involved in that patch. Yeah, that's like, there was something about halberds in 1.08, if I remember correctly.
Look at this guy with his one spiked spear, doing the shitty R1.
He tries to, he has the poison on it too. He tries to poison me. I also got the same fucking, oh, he was sent home. Like these guys over here, for example, like this is, for example of the gameplay not being that engaging to me without, for example, the golem arrows, because these motherfuckers gonna be standing there. They are doing literally nothing. They are already prepared to be a fucking pussies that stand in one place and literally just being here. Like my only way how I could approach it in the legitimate way if I would have no golem arrows are the
Bro,
the
you
bazooka
literally
thingy, yeah?
could have you literally could have anything that has a thrusting attack and poison, and you would just stomp these guys. Because they ain't gonna have no bosses.
I am not
mean,
prepared here, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a build issue. You always need to have the poison fucking halberd or the poison spear for these dudes standing around. You just keep running in there, throwing them all over the fucking place, and they'll get poisoned. I mean, what do you think these guys are gonna have boluses? I think maybe one might, you know? Yeah, great poison EP. That's the play right here. It's obvious. You know what else would work really well here? A storm stomp. A storm stomp would work great here.
Actually,
you know what else would work good here? The volcano pots are super easy to make, Pantsu, and they're right by Seawater too. Maybe that's what they were doing here before you invaded. Maybe they were going for volcano stones because this is the spot, the bonfire, to grab those things. Stormcaller, yeah, Stormcaller. These guys get up in your face, just Stormcaller them, fuck them up.
I don't really
volcano pots are the easiest spot to farm.
To be honest, I don't really think these guys are actually legitimate though. Like looking at the ammo of the fucking
Zeno
bullshit.
says they're taunter tongues, so then you might be right. I've beaten this game using only things that you craft, and I could tell you, I probably went through like fucking 5,000 volcano pots in one playthrough because how easy they are to craft. Let me see your inventory when you get out of this shit.
I think it's complete fucking mess. It's just I wasn't fucking doing anything on this build. Oh my god, I resetted my fucking poison bar. Funny.
Where's your icon shield? Where's your fucking...
Not prepared.
Where's your fucking ring? You got the ring on.
Yep.
No icon shield? What is go?
Nah, it's no icon shield. This is my inventory.
Do you have poison arrows and a short bow?
I cannot use it.
Why do you have all this shit in inventory if you can't use it?
I didn't finish this build.
Why do you have a coded sword here? What is this? Doesn't make any sense.
It's not prepared build.
What's it like? What? You can't use the serpent bone?
Nope.
Katana? What can you use? What are your stats? Fucking 9 strength, 9 dex? What's going on here?
That's the spread.
Sick. Oh my fucking god. Alright, well, you need some of the hyper armor that you can turn and burn. You got a great sword? You got nothing?
Nope, only fist.
You got 16 strength, you don't have a great sword?
It's build optimized for arena. Fuck off.
Why do you have a 60 build for the arena?
Because of the anniversary.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the build for the anniversary.
Alright, this blue is free Estus. You got this, dude.
Yeah.
He got no poise. He got no poise. You're gonna turn around and you're gonna give him the fucking R1 Hurricane. This guy's spamming L1 with 2 katanas and you ain't even think to parry this fool. So what you need to do here is you need to get him a little low because you need this parry to count. You can't parry him and blow your load early. You know what I mean?
They sent him home. We are not getting anything out of it.
Oh.
This is
wow, Steel, you took too long.
Oh,
what were you doing?
Oh my!
What were you doing?
My fault.
All you need to do is a couple L1s and parry that guy. Put him down.
I don't have body shield.
All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into that lake and you're going to get crabs. That's what you're going to do. Or we're gonna chill there for a second. I mean, you got the right strat now. Regen, take your time, put him down. You got poison again. Okay, you think you got this guy?
Nope.
You still got Estus.
No.
All right, buy some time. Buy some time. Go down there. Go down there. Yup. We're gonna look at what you can and can't use here. All right, we got greases. Why have you not applied a grease yet? I've seen some of that. Got fire grease there. So there's a ballista here. I'm certain they haven't killed it, so you should be safe for a moment.
Basically, gotta have to wait right now for the HP to regenerate, only using the fucking Blessed Dude Talisman because I don't have another tool.
Yeah, we need an icon shield here.
Yeah, like this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just lack of all these items, in my opinion, just makes this fucking like it's not engaging gameplay.
You weren't prepared. You could have had these guys, man. You could have had them easy. You just didn't strategically come. You went in there just spamming our fucking Cestus the whole invasion without a single brain cell. That's on you, dude. That's on you. It might have worked against the other PvE guys. These guys playing for keeps, man. They got dead level. They got fucking Tonner tongue. They're sending blues home, okay? You overestimated your Cestus against these dudes, and you didn't check the situation, probably because I'm distracting you, okay? Until it was at a point of no return. I mean, clearly the Cestus was not working against them. We needed to, you know, change up a different, we needed to approach from a different position. It's not a dupe item situation. That's not why. It's because you went in there brainless with the Cestus, expecting success after the last, you know, hour of invasions, right? And we needed some other tools. Yeah, Cold Brew, absolutely. I mean, he's making a good point. Here's the point. He would have won if he had all the dupe shit.
I don't know if I would win. I definitely know that I would be able to force them into like...
If you had the 10 Mormon Stones right now and the 10 Rotten Meats, dude, this shit would have been over. That shit would have been over. There's no doubt in my fucking mind.
To be honest, one shard.
If you had the gold arrows?
No, to be honest, one shard. I wouldn't need anything else. It's just like the problem is that I cannot use Endure for the sake of to bully the guy with the Claymore. The problem right here is the companion of the host, which is the fucking guy with the name White Wolf. The motherfucker literally cosplaying the Geralt of Rivia, and he is, you know...
That sounds like a roster build if I ever seen one. Star Shard Addict, yeah.
Golem arrows could be helpful, but to be honest, I couldn't use them on this build anyway.
So, and I get in a situation like this, I chat with chat, and I tell these guys, you know, by going into level to fuck themselves for not turning the tongue back on, because that's some fucking bullshit, right? And for putting those blues out there, right, and sending them blues home, I say, fuck these motherfucking hosts, man. I'm a chill, I'm a regen, I'm gonna beat them. I'm gonna do whatever it fucking takes. Got no respect for a host that's putting the tongue on and off and sending these blues home. I will try so hard and take as long as it fucking takes, because the satisfaction of the W hits so much better against these stupid fuck hosts right here. That's the ultimate satisfaction.
Like,
I can't believe they're sending blues home, man. That is like...
They are sending blues all the time.
They're strategically getting the blue in, and they're like fucking checking them at the door. Is this blue gonna sweat or not? Go home. Oh shit, this guy took a little damage. Go home. We can't let him get the Estus. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, I am like, they are actually turning the Estus on and off because, yeah, like I didn't get on the red too.
Are they actually going to Mount Shady Castle right now? Okay.
Because the blue died.
Oops, there you go, dude. All right.
So
we got ourselves a game. We got
all.
ourselves an invasion. All right, don't go in there and do stupid shit, all right? We need to be smart about this, Steel.
But yeah, these guys are not legit.
No, but that's more fun to win. That makes it more satisfying because you're legit. That makes it a harder earned W. You need to do what it takes to beat these guys. Okay, they got the Perfumer. You need to make a power play here right now. It's 2 vs 2. Perfumer can buff you too, Steel.
All right.
Don't go in too early. Make sure the Perfumer is getting there too. Where's he at? He's fucked off.
He's slowly getting there. He's
this is literally top tier Co-invader right here. This is like the equivalent of a G9. There you go. There you go. There, look at the blender with the Perfumer. Now catch him and kill him. Keep the heat off the Perfumer. Why do I know that guy's gonna steal the Perfumer? You need him. Okay, you think you got the roll catch? Nah, you didn't have the roll catch, buddy. I would have protected that guy like he was my fucking kid. Oh, he's still up! Let's go, Perfumer! Let's fucking go! That's what it is right now. Now point these fucks down. Point them down, dude. These pieces of shit, they get pointed down. Shout out to that Co-invader right there. Let's fucking go. Honest build beats sweaty duper taunter tongue fuck boys. That's my guy right there, Steel. That's my guy. Died to the Axe body spray. Nice power play there with the Perfumer. So that's how invasions are supposed to be right there. That shit, that war of attrition, that playing the map, that strategy, that in and out. It would have been a lot better if you could have used any other fucking weapon to get another angle on these guys, but it was great still.
It was okay. I would say that I am not a fan of extending invasion for that long, though.
Yeah, that's definitely personal preference. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not about the loading screen simulator, you know.
Aren't you like? But yeah, in Dark Souls 3, it was also like more like normal thing. Yeah, like the invasions were very long usually.
Yeah, that's true.
When I think about it, it's a lot just coming from like the room of the expertise and our previous experiences. Because like in Dark Souls 2, the invasion, like once you got grasp of the opponent, yeah, you see that fucking like golden phantom. You just like if you are better than them, you obliterate them in like fucking split of the second because they cannot heal.
I never played Dark Souls 2 PvP.
You didn't? Right, you were saying on the chat, right?
2019 is when I started playing, but I haven't
I
stopped.
see. Hi, friends. All right. Oh, Counterstone disabled, dude. That's amazing. Okay. Okay. So, friend? This motherfucker. For a second I thought like he's just gonna go to the boss room. But hey, he didn't. Boxshot. I don't know, dude. This invasion, I just enjoy it more, to be honest. To that fucking snooze fest of just camping somewhere on the outskirts and waiting for your HP to regenerate and so on. I don't know, dude. It's just like, ultimately, how it boils down. Oh, the game crashed, PogChamp. It's just like a nap. Have kind of different expectations, different preferences, and that's fine. I would say like playing like PvP legitimately has its charm. For me, it's a little bit boring in Elden Ring and more interesting in the other games, like for example in Dark Souls 2. I like when the expression of the gameplay comes rather from knowing which tool is the best for the current situation rather than just like a matter of if I am prepared well enough with farmed boluses or like golem arrows or something like that, yeah?